I now am at Copley Place. This is part 2. This is going to be a little longer video. So this is the entrance at the, there's a cross street, Huntington, Dartmouth Street. I believe this is Dartmouth. Now, there's another shopping area. Let me show you real quickly. You've seen a lot of shops at the Prudential, which is it is that right there. Now, when I lived here before, Copley was a big place, and it is still a lot of things going on. And the Pru didn't have much going on, and now it's a very upscale place. So there's actually a crosswalk between the two about right there, and that's where we're going to go. So we're going to go in here. I'm going to show you the shops on the second floor. We're going to go down, go through that crosswalk, walk through the Pru, and let you kind of see what the shops are there. I hope that you enjoy this. I wish I had some background music. And here we go. I'm going to have to take my glasses off. Now we have a first bank of escalators. And of course, it goes without saying that I love to smell the food as I'm coming up to work. And you know why? Having been raised in Brazil, all of the churrascarias, and just so you know, I don't eat there. But they do have a $15 lunch buffet. And I have yet to get there for lunch because I only have a half hour, and I typically make my lunch, or I might order something and go pick it up, and kind of, it's like military style eating. You eat it quick so you can be out, you know. All right, so here we go, and here is a famous lodging place, as you can see. And of course, the famous green coffee shop. There was a lovely Japanese place, which I came here. Unfortunately, they did have to close. And they were a hot pot. So this is, you know where. So it was a hot pot place, and you would go, and I actually ended up only getting to go there on the last day. But what you would do is order whatever it was, vegetables, you know, maybe a protein of some sort, and they would bring out broth. It might be miso, it could be chicken, a vegetarian broth, and then you kind of make your soup, and it cooks. It's hot enough that it cooks everything. Now we are in the first walkway, and this is going to the area where the shops are. There is also another entrance from Dartmouth Street coming up on the left. So if you're staying in that part, you can enter into this beautiful entrance and atrium. Here we go. You know, I've decided to leave the misspeaks in because they're kind of funny. All right. It's funny when I make these videos and people walk by, sometimes they get really quiet. I think that they think maybe I have a really big following, or maybe I will someday. It'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it? So you'll see some shops. What we'll do, I'll let you see the shops in the rear view. You can kind of get a feel. So let me get, I don't want to get too many people. You can kind of see how beautiful that is. And look at this gilded wall. And some shops are opening. It's becoming much more populated. There is another popular coffee place here on the corner, which I see a lot in New England. I don't know if they're anywhere else. It is right over there. And here we have another beautiful atrium. Reminds me a little of 50 Penn Place in Oklahoma City. They actually need, it'd be lovely if they had a player piano like 50 Penn Place did in the 80s when I worked at Orbot's there. So, of course, there is, and you'll recognize a lot of the places here. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up a little. There is a lovely smoothie place that I I've only been to it a time, I think maybe a couple of times. Very reasonable, and they give you, if you work here, they give you a discount, which is very nice. All right. And some of these stores, I don't really know. I haven't really heard of them. So here we go. You can see the back side. And then here is below. And there is an exchange place right there, currency exchange. And that, where is it? Okay, those monitors, every time I go by, pretty much there is an ad for Texas tourism. It's really cute. Come to Texas. And they show the Dallas Cowboys Stadium and possibly the Houston Texans and Big Bend and some different things, which is kind of fun. All right. Then I'll let you see this. Isn't it beautiful? It's one of the biggest ones in New England. All right, so we are headed, we're almost at the end of Copley Place, and of course there are some great places down below, and we're almost into the Prudential Center. All right, there's a little elevator situation, which we're hoping to get remedied pretty soon. And the joys of fixing elevators. The one good thing about an elevator not running is there's less chance of your shoe getting caught at the end of the elevator, if you know what I mean, if you've ever had that happen. Anyway, it's quite funny. All right. And now you can see, very nice. Okay. I'm going to let these people take the elevator. All right, now you can look behind me, and we're going to be going down through a skywalk that will be going in that direction towards the Pru. And there is a mouth-watering treat coming up to the right. All right, there are some monitors here that play the Texas ad, but it's always black. Oh, it's closed down, but you can see the treats. Let me show you the treats. Mouth-watering. And I have not been there yet. And then another one. And if you need cash. Now, this is the walkway into the Pru. We've got a grocery store, which is nice. And at the other end, there is a natural food store whose home base is in Austin, Texas. I think some of you will know, whose initials are WAF, which I don't really shop at because I shop at TJ's. There might be a thing or two that I get at the other. And of course, they're really great for Amazon returns. They make it very easy. So you can kind of see here, the first time I went here was with my friend Dr. Charlie Griffey Brown in California. And then of course, that one's a great place. I haven't been in there yet. I haven't been in a lot of these stores, only the outsides, and I do know the manager for one of them, which is really nice. And there's several healthy food places if you want to get something, and they're big enough portions that you can have them for 2, possibly 3 meals. So this is a very fun shopping area, and oh my goodness, and I can smell this this French store. I actually had some of their, I think they were it was like the sachet crystals in a box, and I had those in my drawer for years and years and years. I actually got it at one of the the discount stores. when you stand in line and they try to sell you extra things. Okay, so this you can see behind me in the beautiful atrium. Look at this. Looks a little bit like Chicago O'Hare Airport. And of course, all right, I'll just let you see kind of some of the shops. Now, one of the things they had during Friday nights, I only came to one, were family movie night in the atrium at the other end where we are headed. I'll show you where that is. I'm sorry, a courtyard, which was beautiful. And there is another hotel I didn't show you, but as we were entering, as we were going down the second bank of escalators, leaving Copley, there is another big hotel off to the left. And so there are a lot of conventions, all kinds of, people come and stay. And so they love to go to the shops. You can kind of see here how beautiful this is. And we are standing in the shadow right there of the Pru. They have you can go all the way to the top floor. I think they have events there. I remember going to at least one, maybe two events. And you can see the sky deck, I think is what they call it, is open 360, so you can walk around and see all of Boston. And then there's this wing, and there's some eateries. Now there's this courtyard outside, which is, they had one of those blow up screens in the courtyard, and I watched, it was a cartoon, Luca, it was very good, about the little fish. So you got plenty of room here, and the screen was over there. And no, that screen did not implode like the one at the wharf, the long wharf, where we were watching Philadelphia Story with Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn. Oh, thank you very much. So they're lovely people here. This gentleman opened the door for me. I will let you look down this way. I want to show you one place that's really fun. If you like Italy, you're going to love this eatery. Okay, look at this. It's just so beautiful. Isn't that great? All right. If you want something very quick, a salad, Italian fare, from antipasto to, traditional Italian to Americanized Italian, and desserts, this place coming up is for you. So, and here is the other part of that. All right, this is such a great place coming up. You're going to love this. It's a little market, and I will let you briefly see the name. Definitely let you see what it looks like. So if you're here, it's a great place. All of these shops are just, they're wonderful. I'm sure that. All right. So that's it. And look at this. They have, you walk in there and you can walk all the way around in there. And there's an actual market where you can buy Italian fare, as you can see right there. So thank you for joining me. This is the end of the Pru tour. And as you can see, it is a little bit of a walk from one end of Copley to the other end of the Pru, which probably is a great place to come walking during the winter. You can don your walking shoes and go mall walking, which is kind of fun. So take care. Thank you for joining me, and until next time.